again, he's only now on, let's just call it 1 gas. Well, 1 and some odd, because he's got only 2 on this one and 1 on this one. So I'm finally getting my base up here, and I have him on the watchtower. Now that's very important. Watchtowers are very important. He has his base right here. Why doesn't he have a guy on his watchtower? That's a good question. But still 4 gateways. Should have more immortals popping out, but right now I'm mineral starved. I'm continuing to build as many stalkers as I can, and noticing that he does like to take that wide eye look around the ramp. At the next sign of trouble, I will just push him towards the stalkers, and the immortal is the pimp of the party right there, making all the stalkers his bitches. Now, unfortunately, my opponent, piggyxone, is nearly mined out, so it is time for him to build an expansion. Now I see everything that he's doing, he doesn't even notice, and he scanned my expansion that had just been making some probes. Unfortunately, this robotics bay that was coming up would have been able to shred this bio ball here. Look at how marine heavy that is. 1 tank is not going to help him win this battle, but he is going to be able to stop that. So as he gets closer and closer, I decide it's not worth it just for 1, and I cancel. And I should move these guys out of the way, but I figure their lives are worth maybe the 21 or 28 minerals that they will provide. Now at this point I decide, well, what the hell? He just abdicated his entire force from his base. My observer kind of chilling out, but I didn't see anything really going on in his base. He's got 2 marines building, a marauder now. And now he's out for blood. He thinks he's the cock of the walk, going to be able to kill everything. Unfortunately for him, these stalkers are just going to move in and destroy everything. Now what I should be doing is just worrying about the command center, and I do. These 4 stalkers are not going to really do a lot of damage against this number of units. The doodad helping me out a little bit. Overstimming without a medevac, not good. Shouldn't have stimmed his entire force. Now it's just in a kind of a base race here. He's got SCVs mining, getting the heck out of dodge. Not enough for a command center though. Can't cancel anything. So as these zealots kill the entire base here, and leave this barracks over here, starport, factory, and this one is the only thing that really matters to him. It's his command center, it's his last life. This is burning down. I don't really care if he repairs it. I know that I'm good. And here is the important part. He has my nexus down. I have no buildings elsewhere. I have just 611 minerals. And let me tell you, this was balls out scary. I have just 2 assimilators and a pylon left. Will they get here in time to build this nexus in his base where he spawned? Yes, but just barely. This pylon just losing its shields, this assimilator getting killed, and unfortunately his orbital is in deep, deep trouble. This factory burning down, this barracks moving around, this observer is going to keep an eye on him just in case. Now he has to do something, he knows he has to do something. Unfortunately, his orbital command only has 564 hit points. This probe and these probes are all that survived of my 30-odd something force, and it's down to the wire. He starts moving this out, and boom goes the orbital command. So now he's going to be revealed, and unfortunately this factory probably will not make it. So as he moves his forces around trying to look for my expansion and forgetting about his tank here, all I can do is pick off this barracks, keep an eye on this barracks, and watch happily as this dies. He hasn't rebuilt his base. He can't rebuild his base. All he can do is build supply depots, but what good will they do him? He's already 44 oversupply, and I unfortunately am 50 oversupply. But as this nexus gets going, I forget about these probes, and I send this guy lonely to work. So it's 50 supply, army with only 26. I think pylon is 8, right? Yeah. And this stalker better get back, because this poor force that's half dead because of a random stim that he did is separated from the tank, and that's very, very bad. And unfortunately, I'm only able to get a couple shots off on the Marauder. I realize that it's not good to fight on his terms. I believe these guys have charge. No, they don't. Oh, it would be so nice if they had charge. Now, here's something he does that was very, very smart. As this hardworking probe gets back to work, and these just stand around looking at him like, what are you doing? And as my mouse goes haywire as well, he sets his tank up to do a lot of damage by putting it within range of the ramp. And this actually works for the first couple. He's going to push up the ramp and get 1, 2, 3 shots off. And I decided to wait, because I realized that it doesn't matter if he can't get here. It just increases my likelihood of winning. So I move out of the tank's range, because I figure out where it is, and I just make him come to me. And he actually helps me out by killing his own units with his siege tank. Unfortunately, this Immortal will go down, and piggyxone says it's a good game, and I concur. This is one of those adrenaline-pumping, unbelievable games. Nothing much I could do at that point. I realized that that was all he had because of the observer. So not a sound strategy by my opponent, but it was one of those games where it just felt so rough. And look at that, I have 5 training, 5 on the map, but only 1 working. Lazy probes not getting back to work. But these guys surviving pretty unharmed, unscathed, because of how squishy Marines are. And unfortunately I wasn't able to get that Colossus, because that army would have been shredded so easily. But that was one of the games that I have to cast. It looks like the replays are still working, so I'm looking forward to continuing to give you games whilst this is down. So anyway, good luck, have fun, and see you at launch.